you have any sort of update or status on her?
No, no, she's in pain now, so that's that's a bummer. But we'll get her back home and get her checked out.
No second half minutes from tonight. Just what led to that?
Um, she's not feeling well either, so so we just decided to hold her out, and her teammates stepped up in a big way and filled the void of not having her and Gotti.
Coach, I know your team led by a lot tonight, but if you could speak on any positives you saw out of this Auburn team, could you speak on that?
Yeah, I mean they play hard every second and every minute, and you have to you have to that has to be an imprint of your program. No matter how talented you are, no matter who you have on any given night, once you get your team to work hard, and then when the talent comes, and I'm not saying they're not talented, but when you're first coming into our league, and you really don't have everybody that you want to have, you don't have a full roster of players that can compete. Um, they can compete, but sometimes you get out talented in this league, and you got to get talent to go with um, the hard work. He's coach is a great coach. Like we played against him a couple years ago in the NCAA tournament. Um, the score got away, but the preparation for his team, um, you can see they run some great stuff. Like so much so that we may have stolen a play or two, just because they're that good. And he executed against us, and he was outmatched. He was out talented, but you couldn't tell. The only thing you could tell by the score, but if you were at the game, you could see that they were holding their own. So great start. Got to win against a ranked team. So I think he's well ahead of the curve. Mhm.
You've talked about Isla before, and you talk about freshmen being reliable. What does a game, late in January, what she did tonight, do going forward?
Well, I mean, we know what we're getting from Isla. Isla's going to give 110%. She's going to give multiple efforts, right? She's going to knock down shots. For her, she just needs opportunity. I know we have a backcourt that has a lot of bodies. Some of those bodies weren't able to play the second half. She stepped in and she gave us what she absolutely always gives us: is effort, knocking down shots. Like I told her, she's probably one of the most mentally um, strong individuals in our locker room. She doesn't know when she's going to play, but when she does get out there, she gives the same effort, maximum effort, all the time. So if we don't have some of our starters, you know, it's not a second. I'm not second guessing whether or not we put her in the basketball game because she'll be ready.
Auburn forced 16 turnovers in the game. What did they do defensively that maybe frustrated you guys a little bit, especially after the first quarter?
They're just what they do well is they cover a lot of ground, and they're just relentless in their pursuit of speeding you up. Making you think that there are wide open passes and they're not, and they're intercepting them. They did that the entire night, and we're not a team that really turns it over as much as we turned it over tonight in the way that we turned it over. So we knew that's one of the things that they do extremely well that we had to prep for.
Just what did you see from Maddie tonight? I feel like off the bench, especially in SEC play, her productivity has continued to increase.
Maddie ran the show. Maddie managed the game. Maddie got players who have not played together in practice, played in the game together at the end of that game, all on one accord. And then and then earlier in the game, she came in and, I just thought she elevated our play on both sides of the basketball. She is young, but she's starting to mature and doing the things that we need point guards to do: score, facilitate, play make, organize us. She did all of those things tonight, and I'm proud of her.
On Friday, you said it's going to be really hard to get through the SEC without a loss. Tennessee did lose tonight, so there's no longer any undefeated teams, and I think 10 SEC teams ranked in the AP poll this week. What does the strength of the conference, what is it doing for this team this year right now?
Well, I would say this: it's been a build up to this, and I have to probably go back to Commissioner Slive, who challenged us to get people in the stands. He challenged us. He challenged us to play a more competitive schedule. He also, challenged each and every institution to get coaches and players and talent because he went out and got us one of the best TV deals, and he didn't want people watching the games in empty gyms. So it's a product of his leadership, and then Commissioner Sankey, who took over the reins, and it's the same thing. We ask, our administrators, we ask our commissioner, we ask Tiffany Daniels for a lot of things in the SEC office, and they provide those things for us. What we need to do is continue to put a product on the floor that that is only the best. If you look at our conference, it's not arguably, it is the best conference in the country, night in and night out. And it probably won't even be any single, lost teams in our conference. It's just too tough. It's just really too tough. If there is, they're deserving to be a champion in our league, and it's also put you in a position to compete for national championships when you come out of the SEC.
Thank you,
Thank you
Coach.
all.